Have you ever wondered how the emotional environment of your childhood might be influencing your life today? Childhood emotional neglect, or CN, is a subtle, often invisible occurrence that quietly colors our lives, shaping our relationships, our self-image, and our understanding of the world. Unlike physical neglect or abuse, CN is not about what happened to you. Instead, it's about what didn't happen, the emotional support, validation, and attention that were absent in your formative years. This absence, as quiet and unassuming as it may be, leaves a significant imprint. It's an enigma, often overlooked in discussions of childhood experiences and their impact on adult life. Yet, its effects can ripple out, influencing our emotional health and well-being long into adulthood. CN is a topic of immense importance, as understanding it can lead to profound personal growth and healing. Understanding CN is the first step towards healing and self-discovery. Hear it from the experts who dedicate their lives to unraveling the mysteries of the human mind. Consider the perspectives of renowned psychologists and therapists who have dedicated their careers to the study and treatment of childhood emotional neglect. Their insights provide a window into the often subtle and unspoken signs of CN, signs that can be easily overlooked or misunderstood. Dr. Jane Anderson, a leading authority on CEN, explains, "Childhood emotional neglect is often hard to identify because it's about what didn't happen in a child's life. It's the absence of emotional validation and support which leaves invisible scars." She further elaborates on how these invisible scars can impact an individual's emotional well-being. People who have experienced CEN often struggle with understanding and expressing their emotions. They may feel disconnected or numb, and this can lead to difficulties in forming deep and meaningful relationships. Next, we hear from therapist John Kinnard, who specializes in treating adults who have experienced CEN. He discusses the complexities involved in identifying and treating CEN. The challenge with CEN is that it often goes undetected until adulthood. It's not uncommon for adults to come to therapy for other issues like anxiety or depression, and then we uncover that CEN is the root cause. Kinnard emphasizes the importance of acknowledging and addressing CEN. The first step towards healing is awareness. Once an individual realizes that they have been emotionally neglected, they can start working on understanding their emotions, learning to express them, and forming healthier relationships. Despite the complexities and challenges, these experts affirm the possibility of healing and recovery from CEN. They underscore the importance of therapeutic intervention and the role of self-care and self-compassion in the healing journey. As we have heard, the impacts of CEN are far-reaching but often invisible, making it a silent epidemic. The consequences of childhood emotional neglect ripple into adulthood in ways we may not immediately recognize. As we delve deeper into this subject, we'll see how the impact of CEN is far-reaching, affecting multiple facets of a person's life. In the realm of relationships, adults who faced emotional neglect as children often grapple with forming and maintaining healthy connections. They may have difficulty expressing their feelings or understanding the emotions of others, leading to a sense of disconnect. It's as if they're speaking a different emotional language, one that others may struggle to comprehend. Emotional health, too, becomes a battlefield. Survivors of CEN may wrestle with feelings of emptiness, a pervasive sense of being different, or even inadequacy. It's not uncommon for them to be overly self-critical, often placing unrealistic expectations on themselves. This stems from a childhood where their emotional needs were overlooked or dismissed, leading them to believe that their feelings were unimportant or invalid. This emotional neglect can spill into one's self-esteem. When children grow up feeling unseen and unheard, it can lead to a belief that they are unworthy of attention or love. This belief can persist into adulthood, manifesting as low self-esteem, self-doubt, and a constant need for validation. The effects of CEN are not confined to personal life. It can seep into professional life as well. Adults who experience CEN may struggle with assertiveness, decision-making, and setting boundaries at work. They might overwork themselves in an attempt to prove their worth or avoid conflict at all costs due to fear of rejection or criticism. Yet, it's important to remember that these are not character flaws or weaknesses. They are the ripple effects of an experience that was beyond their control as children. Understanding this is the first step towards addressing and healing these wounds. The shadow of CEN may be long, but it doesn't have to define the rest of your life. With awareness, compassion, and appropriate support, survivors of childhood emotional neglect can navigate their way towards a healthier, more fulfilled existence. The journey to healing from CN is not a straight path, but a winding road with ups and downs. This journey, like any other, starts with the first step, acknowledging the existence of childhood emotional neglect in one's past. Recognizing that you've been through a form of emotional deprivation during your formative years, although challenging, is a crucial step towards healing. Once you've acknowledged the presence of CEN in your life, the next important step is seeking professional help. Therapists and counselors trained in the field of emotional neglect can provide invaluable support. They can help you understand the depth and breadth of CN's impact on your life. They can guide you in processing these emotions, learning coping strategies, and ultimately moving towards a healthier emotional state. But the journey doesn't end there. While professional help lays the foundation for recovery, self-care plays a significant role in building and maintaining emotional health. Engaging in activities that nourish your mind, body, and soul is essential. This could be anything from reading a book, taking a walk in the park, meditating, or even just taking a moment to breathe deeply. Equally important is building emotional intelligence. Understanding your emotions, learning to express them appropriately, and managing them effectively is key to overcoming the effects of CN. Emotional intelligence does not come naturally to everyone, especially those who have experienced CN. But remember, it's a skill that can be learned with practice and patience. Above all, the healing journey calls for self-compassion. Be gentle with yourself. Understand that it's okay to have bad days amidst the good ones. It's okay to feel overwhelmed. It's okay to ask for help. Healing is not a race, but a personal journey that unfolds at its own pace. Remember, seeking help is not a sign of weakness, but a testament to your strength. You are not alone in this journey. Each step you take on this road to recovery brings you closer to a life of emotional fulfillment and resilience.